What's good? What's happening, everybody? You already know who this is, and it's definitely your favorite soul for y'all. Yeah. Shark coming back at y'all once again at the P.E.G podcast. And look, you already know we bumming with the artist of the week, but y'all know we are especially known for bringing the heat with the guests. And I got a special guest for y'all. I got my man Taj Longino on here for y'all. Hey man, let the people know if they have not heard your voice, Taj. Hey, how you doing, man?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Wake up, goddammit. That's
the
move.
That's the move. Y'all not woke by now, y'all. We gonna get y'all up. We gonna get y'all running. And my man Taj got some good things for y'all. So if y'all don't know about Taj, we're gonna give him an open space to tell him a little bit about yourselves. Y'all should know this man. But if not, y'all better wake up, goddammit, because that's the name of the segment for the day. And before we get started, man, Taj, I'm going to give you the opportunity, the honor, man. We're going to bring in the Most High. We're going to elevate each other. If you can say a word of prayer, it don't matter, man. Be yourself. If you say, hey, we're going to pray to me, well, you going to pray to you, and we're going to pray to everybody. You feel me? So, yo, take the time out to give it back up to the Most High, and then we're going to tap into Wake Up, goddammit, today. Let's go.
First, I want to tell you thank you for allowing me to get a chance to speak. Usually I'm on the other end of the camera, but I definitely love to get the opportunity to speak and give some knowledge and some game and some different vibes, to people, man, get them what they need. So you want me to open up the word of prayer? You caught me on the spot, but let me try this out. First of all, Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for this fellowship. Thank you for this connection. Just pray that we give the people exactly what they need, what you want them to have, and be a blessing and not a burden. Amen.
Amen. Yo, y'all ain't woke up by now. Wake up, God damn it. Wake up. Hey, my man Taj is in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
And hey, I see that you've been connecting and changing lives, not only yours, but so many celebrities just tapping inside their mind, man. So we're going to give you an opportunity. Tell the people about you. They don't know about you yet, man. I'm going to give you an opportunity. Let them know who Taj is. Hey, you got the flow, man.
I love the energy. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. It's real. And I checked out the podcast this morning with the artist who you had. She had a song called Trusting Us.
Trusting Us, man. It's a girl, Debs. Hey, yo.
Yeah, she was. I loved it.
Thank you.
Dope. She got a definitely good vibe. So, Taj Longino, who is Taj Longino? Well, if you want to know who Taj Longino is, I have a documentary answering that exact question. That's exactly that's what it's called. It's called Who is Taj Longino? The documentary, the story of my life. And you can find it on Instagram. You can get the link on my Instagram bio and go straight there. Or you can just go to tajlongino.com, TAJLONGINO.com. It's right there on the homepage. You can check it out and it'll tell you the whole story. But I'm going to give you a little insight on who the man is. I'm originally born in Atlanta, Georgia, GA, College Park, South Side.
Okay.
And, spent some time there. My mother's originally from Indianapolis. She was ready to come home. She was homesick. And so we hit the road. I didn't know what was going on. Dad walked in and said, hey, we're going to Indianapolis. I said, all right, cool. I didn't know no better.
So let's go.
I didn't know no better. And so I was raised in Indianapolis. So Taj Longino, he's a son, he's a father, he's an uncle, he's a brother, and he's just a man with a voice and a talent gift from God that he's just trying to utilize to bless others with. I never told nobody this on air, I don't believe, but one of my prayers that I used to always say was let me talk to hundreds, but let my voice reign. No, let me talk to thousands, let my voice reign over millions. So that was always my thing. And that's when I started this, that's really what I was really just trying to get to. I was trying to find myself, find my voice in this thing, like you're doing yourself. And just take that and, like I said, be a blessing, not a burden. When you got a voice and you have an opportunity to talk to people, you're supposed to get them something. You're supposed to get them something positive. And too many of us that's in this lane that we care about, right? I can hear your passion, right? So too many of them don't have that passion.
That's true.
They only here for the bullshit. So when you got a gift, you got to utilize that in the right way. You know what I mean? So you kind of change lives and not damage lives.
That's big too. That's real big.
Yeah. So that's in a nutshell who I am. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, I'm from Atlanta, born and raised in Indiana. I like the simple. I'm a simple guy. I'm not, you know, I mean, you might go on the gram and see something different. It's all entertainment, baby. I just put a video out today saying that it's all entertainment. But on the back end, I'm a homebody. I like to be out of the way, out the picture. Yeah, I'm on the couch, you know what I mean? I'm chilling, putting together the next play. You know what I mean? So I will tell people this. I'm always encouraging people. I'm always inspiring people. I want to give people information and knowledge and resources because people have done it for me. So one of the messages I want to give people early in this conversation is your greatest asset is your ability to earn income. Greatest asset is your ability to earn income. Once your ability to earn income is over, whether it's retirement, injury, illness, whatever, you can only live off of what you've accumulated throughout your lifetime. So you want to make sure that you have more than enough. That's why being there is still hustle. You see what I'm saying? Because they want to make sure they have more than enough. So when it's said and done, is over with, we got more than enough that we need for themselves and their family and whatever, and they can live without the stresses of life.
That's cool. That's cool. And especially like you come from the GA. There's a lot of powerful Black people out there in the GA. You making noise, man. Hey, the Taj Longino show, it just ain't no Taj Longino show for no reason. You feel me?
You know, I want to tell you, I'm gonna give you something else too. Where I lived in Atlanta, you'll see this in the documentary when y'all watch it. I lived on the same street as Ludacris. And I didn't know that till years later, right? My best friend, when I went to go visit my best friend one year in Atlanta, his mom, when I walked in the house, said, "Hey, do you know some artist named Chris?" I said, "No, but I know an artist named Ludacris." She said, "Yeah, him. He's the boy that used to stay right next door." I said, "What?"
Wow.
It just blew me. I'm like, fuck, man. I mean, look how different our lives is. You know what I mean? I used to rap. So this thing, had I stayed there, what the opportunities, you know what I mean, how things might have been different, man. It's just crazy how life turned out.
That's what's so I know my wife used to like live right around the corner from Rick Rock house. And like, well, I literally go down the street. I'm like, she's like, "Oh, this Rick Rock house." I'm like, you just said like it's so normal. Like, it's just like, yeah, this where Rick Ross lives. I'm like, bro, really? Like, that's not something you go and text. You just be, "Oh, yeah, that's Steve Harvey house." You just keep going. Like, nah. So that's pretty dope. They like right there, smack there in the middle of everything.
See, if I see some shit like that every day, I'm trying to figure out how to make a play with you.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out how to make a play. Damn that. He right there, bet. I'm going to be standing right here every day till we figure out what I can do to get in it. You know what I mean? To get to play, man. It's all, you got to keep your mind working. That's me.
Yeah, I would have been right there with you. I'm like, okay, when his security guard come out and be right here.
Hell yeah.
Just pass my car though, man. You ain't gotta say nothing to it.
Hey, we're gonna be right here because he understands. And you got that's opportunity. You know what I mean? I'm not driving past his house every damn day and not come up with an idea. Shit.
I'll be your Uber driver, bro. I'll be your pizza delivery, something like
something. I need in.
Hey, that's what's up. Did it blow your mind, like make you shift your mindset when you found out like that's where he used to live, like right down the road from you?
Now, what it really did for me was like, it took me back to when we was kids. And I was like, wait a minute, disturbing the peace? Okay, all right. You know what I'm saying? But because we was outside reckless, you know what I mean? I was 9, 10 years old. I only met him one time. I only remember meeting him actually one time. All of us was outside just disturbing the peace for real. And now, I don't know if it came later once I was gone. I know things changed when you're a teenager. But, you know, it was just kind of like, damn, you never came outside. Okay. Well, anyway, give me this CD.
Like let them know. That's the stuff. So I love, man. So who led you into the radio or broadcasting or basically using your voice? Who inspired you to do that?
It's funny because that all happened by accident. So I used to work at Walmart. And when I was working at Walmart, you know, you're dealing with customers all the time. So you're interacting and you're engaging. So this customer walks up on me and I'm, you know, helping her out with something. She just says, "You got the voice of radio." I said, "Oh, okay."
Like, all right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, right. Thanks. You know, you ready? You done? Just said. So, and then I kept hearing that. Somebody else brought it to my attention. Somebody else brought it to my attention. I said, wait a minute. You know, like I said on the documentary, I'm a hustler. I'll try anything. You know what I mean? If it's positive and it ain't going to put me in jail, I'm willing to, you know what I mean? I'm going to try it. So what I did was I connected with my good friend at Hype Magazine. Okay.
Okay.
Hype Magazine. And we started she helped me start something called Blog Talk Radio. Blog Talk Radio is I'm sure you're familiar with Blog Talk Radio. So Blog Talk Radio, we kicked off my first show called Issues of Today Talk Radio. Issues of Today Talk Radio was just about issues of today, the issues that affect us each and every day. So we started that, and then it just went from there. And I said, damn, I ain't too bad.
You're like,
I'm a lot of talk, right? So I think I got a view of something that people might, might buy into. So I was like, you know what? And this fits my personality because I have a passion for these issues. I got a passion for our relationships. I got passion for parenthood and just social justice and things of that nature. So I said, you know what? I think I could do this. And it just went from there.
So it's just basically strangers came with you, just leave, hey, bro, you got a voice. You got a voice for radio. And you just tried it out. Real talking.
When I started, other people who I were meeting would come up to me. Dudes would tell me this shit too. They was like, hey, man, I ain't trying to be funny enough, but you got a voice for radio. I'm like, you know what I mean? They just kept, and I'm like, you know what? I might have to try this. I might have to try it out. Because like I said, I used to rap. I was rapping before anything. And when that didn't go, I was in a transitional period with rap, trying to figure out how I was gonna make it out of Indiana. You know what I mean? So I was, while in that transitional period, that fell into my lap. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, let me entertain this for a minute and see where it go. And here we are, 10 years in.
Hey, I feel like you do it for 10 years. That's the whole commitment right there. I feel like a lot of people, they start things and it don't go past 2-3 years. And if it does go past 2 or 3 years, that 5-year mark, they tend to fall off.
You wanna know why?
Why?
You know why? Because this shit don't make money like that. This ain't a tangible product. People don't understand when this ain't a headphone you can sell. This ain't a bottle of water that you can produce and sell. This ain't a tangible product. This shit is stressful. It gets frustrating when you're building it and you're trying to get the views and you're trying to get the engagement. And now everybody's involved into this line. See, when I first started, I did this shit when it wasn't cool.
Right.
I did this shit when nobody, a podcast, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is a Blog Talk Radio? I'm being real shit. I'm being honest with you, like, what the hell is that? Nobody knew what this shit was. We was ahead of our time.
Yeah.
So now, fast forward 10 years later, now podcasts and everything everybody doing now. You know what I mean? I feel a certain way about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we fought for this shit early. You know what I'm saying? So people jump out of this because this, for one, it's not their passion. For two, they don't understand the investment that goes into this.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Gillian Wallow, who just signed a major deal.
That's crazy.
So, God just signed a major deal. Now they're opening up the money, right? You're on Anchor. I know all about Anchor. I got Anchor myself, right? So you're on iHeartradio. You keep building, and your day is going to come. Now the money is being opened up in this platform like it wasn't years ago.
That's true.
And so people now, they got to understand now, when you put that investment out here to do this shit, you got to understand it takes time. You ain't selling a movie script. You know what I mean?
No, you're not. No, you gotta, like you said, you gotta have a passion for it. Like I love like me, people like you. Like I took time out and even watched your you say your documentary, and I'm like, hold on, time out. Hold on. I didn't even know what I was running into. You feel me? Like, I was like, oh, I see Martin on there. Like, whoa, hold on. I see you like a whole lot of celebrities. I did not expect that. I had to rewatch it. I'm like, I told my wife, I was like, look, like, bro, look who I just ran into. Like, that's crazy. So
I was wondering, like, how does she find me? How does she come across me? Because I was intrigued. I'm like, I appreciate it. You know what I mean? That don't happen every day. So how did I'm like, how does she find me? I'm glad, but how does
I want to say it was off I do like a lot of artists of the week, and I type in artists of the week, and then they led to different podcasts, and I landed on your podcast. So I would watch different people's podcasts, and I like the energy. I'm like, oh, okay, that's dope. But then I don't think it really set in to who you were until you sent me the documentary, and I'm like, well, hold on. I didn't quite realize who I was running into. This is dope. This is really dope. Yeah. So yeah, man, it was a blessing to me run across it.
And let me ask you why, and that's why I did the documentary. That right there is because I've done a lot of interviews, right? That ain't even They ain't half the joints I've done.
I believe it.
Yeah, no, it's not. I condensed that because what I did, we know that people's attention span is very short these days, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want an instant like coffee. So I didn't want to make it too long. I could have stretched that out another 10 minutes if I wanted
right.
to. Easy.
Right.
But I didn't want to do that. Excuse me. So the reason why I did it was because of that. Because I've done so many interviews. People know me for the work, but I never disclose who the man is, who I am. I just put the work out there, and then I never just really get too personal. So I wanted to create something to let everybody know who is Taj Longino.
Yeah.
I did the documentary like that. And I hope that, and I want to ask you a question. I know you're interviewing me, but I want to ask you a question. What was your biggest takeaway outside of the celebrity interviews?
Oh, well, on top of the celebrity interviews, was the fact that you told your story how you started off rapping and then you actually went into, like you said, broadcast, and then you took up on the school of broadcasting, and actually it goes into like finding your purpose. So I'm always trying to do things to inspire people, encourage people. And I've been doing this about a year now. And to find actually people that's not doing it just because they want to put on a podcast or just because they're looking for money, it's hard to find others, especially people that's been in the game before me, that's still put, like you said, 10 years into the game. Because I was talking to my wife and she asked me, like, how long do you want to do this? Like, where do you see P.E.G? And I said, worldwide. And I was like, not just for the money, but honestly to impact people with other people's experiences. Like I do this without looking for no money. And to hear you, express that passion in about the same way, but from a different perspective of a guy. And I'm like, that's crazy because this is why. So you made me realize like, this is my why. When you was pointing out your why, people ask me all the time, why are you connecting people? Why are you using your platform to share so many people? And I always say, because it's not about me. It's about the resources and the resources that we're not able to obtain just on a really regular basis. This is the time of technology. So to be able to connect with Taj, from Zoom, that's crazy, right? Because back then you couldn't have. Right. So it's a open environment. So when I watched it, you helped me put in like 10 years. Like I want to put 10 years behind it just like he did.
And what people don't understand is like, this shit ain't easy.
No, it's not.
This shit ain't easy. They look at all the celebrity interviews and they're like, oh my God, you don't know how many times we've been rejected. You know how many times the no's, the not even responded emails. We went through a time period where I went through so many time periods where I was going to throw the towel in because it started to slow down. We would go on a run, then it would, we would go on another run, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm watching, and you know this from probably watching YouTube, and you're like, suck. They don't do this for real. Like how they ended up on that show, that is horrible quality. Like, don't know how to interview. You know what I mean? They're not serious about this shit. And I'm like, come on, man. I couldn't understand. And so every time, I'm gonna tell you this, every time I got close to a point where I was getting ready to quit, I would run into somebody in public, or it'd be somebody hit me on my phone. Some way somebody get to me and say, and I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, fuck, I can't quit now.
I swear.
You know what I mean? Every time. So don't give up. If you really, and I hear it in you. When I listen to it, I've listened to a few of them. I skimmed through a few of them, and I really listened to the one you just did with the singer. But I hear it, man. You got a vibe about you. You got an energy. So I can tell you ain't doing this shit for kicks. You know what I mean? So just keep perfecting what you're doing. Keep going, keep doing it, and eventually you'll hit that pocket where everything's just going to take off. And you know what I mean? You just hit that zone where you're going, because we all hit it. So now, I went from, I'm going to skim around the questions. I know the questions, but I'm going to skim around a little bit. So when I first started, it was Issues of Today. Okay. Then I went from that to rebranding the name with Talk with Taj. Then from that, we went to TWT TV, which was Talk with Taj TV. From that, we went to the Taj Longino show.
Yeah.
Wake Up. But let me tell you something. All those rebranding is all the same purpose and premise. It didn't change. The only thing we wanted to do was, okay, at one point, you gotta learn this as you go through and you watch the media game and how it changes. At one point, it was all about the branding. It was about CBS, NBC, I almost messed the name up.
PG.
Okay,
PG, yeah, I got
and
you.
then
I
Taj
got
with
you.
Taj. But now then it went through a phase where it was about Shaw, it was about Taj. They were bonding to the actual celebrity and person versus the brand. Now it's changed yet again. Now it's back to the branding of bonding to the actual brand. So we had to change, but the premise never changed. Our whole goal and mission has been the same. Our slogan is education through entertainment. So we want to entertain you because we are in the entertainment business. But in the midst of that entertainment, we want to educate you and give you some game, give you some knowledge and understanding. So that's our whole thing. It never changed. We just changed the name.
I like that. The whole thing about why doing it. So what would you say would be the purpose of Taj's show? You know, you said to entertain and to educate. But for you to get up and entertain and educate, there would have to be something, like you said, you give some type of knowledge. So what is the main purpose you would say that made you create Taj's show to be able to give the resources?
Well, from my perspective of doing it, I mean, I feel like I got a different point of view, right?
Okay.
And I don't think like the average person, right? My views are, you know what I mean? If you ask me during this conversation, you're going to be like, okay, my views, right?
Okay.
I'm a realist. I was raised a certain way. I was raised on principle more and all that ethics. So all I do is just take a situation, explain it to people and say, okay, this is why this happened. This is how you should go about things. This is what you shouldn't do, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Because people look at a video. So let's take, for instance, George Floyd situation, right?
Okay.
So that's an educational moment in itself.
Yes.
So rest in peace, George Floyd. Hate it happened to him. But let's back up and look at what led up to it. What could he have done different to maybe get a different outcome? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So even what could the people have done that was standing around the situation done to give a different outcome? And what could the police have done? That's all an educational moment.
True.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what we want to do. We want to take the stuff that affects our lives each and every day and educate you during the platform through entertainment.
That's dope, because I do feel like even that situation, it has made, like you say, like a domino effect for other situations that happen. And I do see, like I cannot think the young guy's name, but he was shot. He was shot inside a car when he was doing like a traffic. They stopped him for a traffic violation, and it was a young guy, and he was gunned down by accident. Say it was by accident because the cop thought it was a taser.
Yeah.
You know, and in that situation, I was like, what could he done different? And when I watched it, because I only just heard what so many people were saying, when I watched it, I was like, why did he do that? Like, why he kick? Why he run? Why did he kick at the officers? Like, I was like, in that moment, he made a hostile moment. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling my wife,
emotional decision,
right,
and led to another emotional decision, which led to his death.
Right, and I tell my wife, I was like, I feel sorry for each person in that situation, because like he could have saved himself in that situation by just being still, not kicking. You know, because I didn't see any forcefulness. I didn't see anybody doing him wrong, you know, from what on the camera. I didn't see, I can't say what they said, but also when the cop was like, oh my God, I think I shot him. I heard so many people yelling at her, grab the taser, grab the taser. And I'm like, why do the cops even have the gun and the taser on the stage? That doesn't even make sense. Like you have one on one side, the other on the other side. So I'm like, in a hostile environment, you screaming at someone, you tell them to grab her taser. She's scared, she's nervous, and he's kicking. I'm like, all that related to an innocent person to die. And you know what I'm saying? And I say people always try to like, oh, black and white. And I was like, that could be a factor, but what I can only go by what I see. And I'm saying if he had never kicked, you know, who kind of remained calm or wasn't trying to run away, it wouldn't have escalated the situation. And there's different situations where that wasn't a factor, where they did treat someone wrong or throw somebody on the ground. But like you said, trying to make a point in that moment is not a good time to try to make a point. You got to just comply, you know, and then make a point.
Jail, man. Go to jail. We'll get you out. You know what I'm saying? We'll get you out. You might be down there for a couple of hours. So we'll get you out. I'd rather come get you down there than come get you at the morgue.
Come on now.
Just to piggyback off this story, I lived a situation like that, but it ended up like that for me. I was flying down the street heading to a meeting. There was a police sitting over the hill. I seen him. I knew I was hit.
Right.
So when he got behind me, I pulls over to the parking lot. Luckily, when he pulled me over in the parking lot, it was in the same parking lot where I was going to have my meeting at. Long story short, he walks up to my car and he says, license, not that old shit. I said, okay. He said, you know why I stopped you? No, he said, I see your gun permit. He said, do you have a gun? I said, yes. He said, where is it? I said, it's under my seat. He said, leave it right there. We'll be best of friends. No problem. He comes back to the car. You know why I stopped you? I said, look, man, I know I'm hit. I know I was flying. I said, I'm in a rush to a meeting. I'm late for a meeting. I didn't want my meeting to leave. And that's why I was speeding. I already know I'm hit. He looked at me and said, damn, you were the first person today to tell the truth. Handed me my license and my gun license back. He said, have a nice day. Slow down.
Right. Wow.
You see how I handled that though? He asked me about my gun. I didn't lie to him. I wasn't nervous because I'm first of all, I'm legit, right? So I ain't got dope in the car. I ain't got a dirty pistol or bad license. I'm legit. So I had no reason to be nervous. Two,
right.
Once he showed me he wasn't nervous and I wasn't nervous, now we have a calm encounter.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even if you have a cop that's an asshole, the point is you want to make it back home. This ain't about proving how tough you is. This ain't about proving your civil rights. No. None of that shit. The whole goal is if you got kids or anybody give a fuck about you, from your mama on down to your kids or your lady or your dude or whatever, your whole goal is to make it home back to your bed. That kid who got killed, I'm pretty sure when he woke up that morning, he wasn't thinking about 12 o'clock, I'm gonna have a bullet in my ass. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go back home later on tonight and whatever. That's your home. You see what I'm saying? So I think if people just leave their house with that mentality. Oh, it says low system or something like that. What's going on? Okay. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay. It gave me a notice. Let me turn this phone. I don't know if it's messing with anything, but if more people left the house, another educational moment. If more people left the house with that thought process is, I'm making it back home.
Right.
Then I think we will change how we encounter and engage with each other when them situations come about. Everything don't gotta lead to bloodshed. Now, cop will still be wrong.
True.
But give yourself the best chance, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've had situations like that too, where my car got racially notified. It's just a basic car. It's a Challenger. And I was in New Mexico. Sometimes you have to realize your environment. There's not that many Black people in New Mexico. And so when I got pulled over, I was not speeding. I was at a red light. I did not know what I was getting put over. But I realized I messed up where I put over with no lights, nobody. And I'm like, okay, I was like, I ain't dying down here. So first thing I did was put my hands on the wheel, and he walked up to me like, license registration. I was like, can you shine the light over there so you can see? And when I looked back, there was like 5 to 6 more cops like behind me and looking through my windows. And it was 3 other cop cars behind me. I'm like, whoa, hold on. What's going on? I realized this ain't no regular stopover. And so I'm holding the wheel real tight. He going, license registration. He's telling me like, why is your license doesn't match your tag? I'm in uniform. I was in the military, so I had uniform on and everything. They're giving me like 100 different questions. I never took my hand off the wheel. And even though when he said, you can relax, I was like, no, you don't understand. I can't. I'm trying to go home. I can't relax. You know what I'm saying? I had my mom on the call and I was like, just tell me what to do. Just don't shoot me, man. Like, I'm a simple person, And when they realized, oh my God, okay, I work down, in El Paso, which is like 30 minutes, 45 minutes from New Mexico. It was no problem. It was like your car was identified, but it was a car that looked like your car. I didn't know that, and in my car that saved me was my tag said Mississippi. They was looking for somebody tag that said New Mexico. So, it was the wrong person, wrong description. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you that you wrong. I'm not going to sit there and have you to drag me out the car. If you tell me to get out, sir, I'm going to get out. You could grab the door though. I'm not going to touch the door. You know what I'm saying? I do those extra measures just for you to not shoot me, because like you said, it's not that serious. And if I know I ain't doing nothing wrong, why am I fighting you? I just want you to know that you got the wrong person, So here's my license. Here, I'll lay on the ground for you. Whatever you need me to do, book me if you got to. We'll go get this straightened out.
I'm going home.
Yo, I'm going home. You feel me? Like, no, that's my biggest fear. I tell my brother that too. Like, as a Black man, bro, do not get the fighting, do not get the kicking, bro. Just Just go wherever they tell you, and then you can straighten it out at the end, bro. You can, so I appreciate just even you giving that little bit of information, because I feel like a lot of us feels that we have to prove our case right there. It's like, no,
you're gonna lose, man. They got, when you in a traffic stop, any impact with the you are in a lose, man. Go on down there, let them book you, call mama, you call your lady, whoever you gotta call. We'll handle that later. But just get home, man. Nobody wants that phone call.
No, I'm sorry for the ones that lost their lives during that situation, but like I said, it gonna have to stop somehow. And the only reason to get us to stop is we stop reacting. Okay, they don't see us the same. No, we don't have the same equal rights. So okay, guess what? Chill out. Right. Find a different way than trying to prove a point right then and there. So I'm with you on there, and I want everybody else that's listening to think about that. Like you said, when you leave the house, have a plan to get back home, regardless if you get pulled over. Just have a plan to get back home.
Look at this, Char. You got two types of people leaving the house every day. You got the black man and you got the white cop. Mm-hmm. Black man, now he could be a nigga. He could be on bullshit, right? Yeah, he's a black man going to handle his business, and on the straight and narrow, he could be on bullshit. So let's take the bullshit guy, right? Let's say he get up, he grab his pistol, he got his weed, he got whatever he need to make it through his street life for the day. Right. His goal is to do what? Make it back home by any means possible, and not take your head off to do it. You got the white cop, right? He know he got to go patrol the black neighborhood. He tired of seeing niggas every day. He probably tired of dealing with us. He just hate his job, but he gonna go kiss his, for real. Both of them are gonna go on you laugh. That's it. They gonna go kiss their kids, kiss their old lady, and they out the door. What's both their goal? To make it back home. So when they both encounter each other, what they both thinking? You're not taking exactly. So you know what I'm saying? That's what you run into every single day. And it's, you know what I mean? And I'm just using those two examples. Those are two extreme examples. But I'm just using that as like, both these type of individuals are running to each other every single day, all across the world, and they got the same thought process in mind. You ain't taking me to jail, and I'm not, and the cop is thinking, nobody's calling my wife telling them I got killed in the line of duty.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So what can we do to keep everybody from like, we're looked at as the enemy, they looked at as the enemy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So what can we do? And this is one of these, you asked me, I'm gonna let you get to the questions, because part of one of these questions is gonna lead back to this conversation. So I don't want to give it away too. So
okay, no, man, you give like a lot of good facts out, and like just the mission that you're on behind the Taj Longino show, and the passion that you have is not only bringing conversations like this up, but it's bringing awareness to it. So we'll dive a little deeper and get back to it, because I want to know more. But what I want to know which celebrity that you have encountered that has impacted your life just by having the conversation that they had.
I'm glad you asked that, because now I can get back to this conversation.
Yeah, let's go.
Question. So from a childhood fan moment, I got two of them. Bone Thugs and Harmony. I was a fan moment. I already know. I was 14 when they came out. And then Martin Lawrence, because of course I grew up on Martin Lawrence. So when I was in fan moment, I couldn't get my damn questions out, and I'm on the red carpet because I couldn't get my questions out, because I'm like, damn, because when you're on the red carpets, it's real tight. You got a bunch of media outlets out there, and you're trying to be the next one. It's a real aggressive. And then, so I didn't know I was going to go get them. So when I got them, I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So from a educational, intellectual, Michael Eric Dyson. Eric Dyson, and I'm gonna say Tony Muhammad out of California. I'm gonna say Michael Eric Dyson because when I interviewed him, it was by accident. I was in LA at an event, and he just happened to be coming through the event with his new book at the time, and his book was based on police and justice.
Hey.
So I asked him, we spoke about that entire thing, and just the way that brother talks, his vocabulary, his level of intellect, the way he just runs that shit off. If y'all ever get a chance, go check out the interview I did with Michael Eric Dyson, and you will see what I'm talking about. So his just level of conversation just did something to me. You know what I mean? Just the way he was able to explain and how we was able to talk about what we can do in these situations to, give us the best chance to make it home, like I said. So I just think if people, when you are out, man, I don't care if you're drunk, I don't care if you're high, if you're on bullshit, if you're not on bullshit, when you see them red and blue lights, or they walk up to you or anything, your whole goal is be calm, relax, take the immediate thought of you being a threat to them off their mind. You know what I mean? You can do all that tough shit later, but right now the whole goal is, to make it home. So when to answer your question, Michael Eric Dyson and Tony Muhammad, because when I sat down with Tony Muhammad in LA, and I think it was that same weekend, to be honest, I ain't mistaken, just sitting with the Muslims and being in that mosque and just seeing how they operate and how disciplined they are and how knowledgeable they are and how they move. Hey, they don't play no games. They don't play no games.
They play none.
The brothers are sharp, and I just appreciate Tony Muhammad for sitting down with me and having that extensive conversation about so many different topics and everything. So to answer your question, Michael Eric Dyson, Tony Muhammad, but like I said, from a fan standpoint, Bone Thugs and Harmony and Martin Lawrence.
I think that would blow my mind too, to have Bone Thug Harmony right here. And then Martin, when I saw you on Martin, it did something. I was like, oh, he got Martin. I about jumped out the TV for y'all, like, that's crazy, Yeah. So
and he's cool as hell. Cool as hell. Cool.
I have an uncle that my mom always compared and looked like Martin. He's about the same height and everything. I'm a fan of Martin. So to be like you said, to sit there and have a conversation, it probably would wig me out too. I probably
I ain't gonna lie, man. You get caught up in them fan moments sometimes. Shit, I'm older and I still get caught up in them, depending on who it is. You know what I mean?
Depending on who it is. That's what's up. So doing broadcasting, you actually going out meeting so many celebrities and just connecting with people. What would you say would be the biggest challenge that you have faced to do the radio or broadcasting?
Getting people to, well, let me say, when I say people, I mean the celebrities, PR, and management, getting them to trust you to allow you to get the interview.
Okay.
Because, we're in this world of media, and now we're in this fake news era and all this shit. So a lot of celebrities don't like doing interviews. So you have to massage the relationship a little bit. You gotta, you gotta go the extra mile. Even with me being in 10 years, I'm not the Breakfast Club. I'm not even.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so we still gotta work, and we still building relationships, and we still, go the extra mile to get the. So that I would say that's the biggest challenge. When I give you an example, like going to these events. Somebody's coming into your town, right? And you want to go connect with them and get an interview or whatever. You contact their people, whatever. And they say, okay, cool, be down here at such and such time. You get down there. I done been in situations, man, where they just had me run all over the goddamn venue, man. I mean, run all over that fucking place. Hey, man, I'm supposed to move. Okay, go over here. All right, yeah, man, he told me to come talk to you. Hey, man, go around back. And I done been, that shit gets irritating. But that's the stuff people don't see. You know what I mean? So but the biggest challenge is just getting the PRs, the management, people to really trust in your media out in the platform to let them know. And this is another reason why we don't do gossip. We don't do the drama and the messy shit, because when they go to our platform, we want them to see, okay,
yeah.
Cool. And they can contact some of these, they can contact Goody Mob, they can contact Jay Prince. And I said, do you remember the interview with a guy? And do you remember this interview? Well, what you know? And they get that good report back. Mm-hmm. Keep your hands clean at all times in this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
That black phone, that red, that shit, it won't look real.
Yeah. No, man, it's all like peace and positive. I tell anybody, like, you come on to the podcast to educate, come to give good value and tell people that, that you went through the same thing so they can see that they're not alone. I like to keep a good environment. No, I'm not here for the gossip, but I want to educate people for the resources, and I'm like, I feel like if other platforms did that, the world would be a lot different, than just gossip. I don't really care about that part. That's not main, that's distraction.
You can get that shit anywhere. Like I tell people, anybody wants to be in this media game, I'll tell you this. What are you going to do different with your platform? It's no media personality or media outlet to me is no different than the musician. Yes. What are you going to do? If you got your, let's look at it like this, right? Let's say you're a new rap artist and you got Lil Baby. I'm going to use the current names. I'm going to use an ancient name. I'm a little older, right? So, okay. Right? So you got Moneybagg Yo, Lil Baby, The Baby, F&N Baby, and all the other babies. And you got, you got all these artists. When you put your album up next to theirs, why should somebody listen? Why should they go stream your album versus theirs?
Right.
What's going to attract this new listener to your music versus who they already know going to give them what they want? And it's the same thing with media platform. What are you going to give the people that they can't go get from Bossip, Jasmine Brand, the Shade Room, all list of other outlets that they can go get this from? What are you going to bring? What are you going to deliver? Y'all can tell you what you got already. You got that vibe, you got that energy.
Thank you.
You can't get that everywhere, right? So there's a podcast I listen to. Dude is dry as shit. But what he gives is that game. The brother got endless knowledge. You see what I'm saying? So you got to figure out what you're going to bring. You know what I mean? That's going to draw people to you, and so you can sustain the last in this industry.
You gotta put your stamp on it, man. Oh, yeah, you gotta put the stamp on it. That's what it is. The little flavor. Only thing different between the Taj, Taj got his little flavor. Short got her little flavor. That's it. Yep. I tell people you gotta be yourself. I feel like even me coming in and I'm like you said, watching other people do it. I had at first like, should I do it that way? Nah, I don't really like it that way. Should I do it this way? I don't like it that way. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna flow at first. That's what it was. It was like more like education. I'm like, okay, how can I bring more attraction to it? How can I share this platform with other people? And I thought about music. You know what? That's something that connects people, and being able to tap into artists. We know, like you said, we know about the Baby. We know about Lil Baby. We know about Beyonce. We know about all the babies. We know about all Beyonces. We know about all of them. But what about the ones right now that you said the times are switching? So you got some more Martin Lawrence's coming out. Yep. You got more Debo's coming out for acting. You feel me? So there's so many people that's coming out to be able to take bigger roles. So it's like, why not hear them too? Everybody want to hear the Baby, but who is the Baby going to teach? I want to hear who Baby be teaching, so they can come in and do what he's doing and give back to the community. So that's what I thought about. Like, I want to be able to bring back resources, like you said, and give that entertainment to people. So that's why I said, wake up, God damn it. If you haven't woke up by now, man, y'all still sleep. I don't know what to tell you. Pause it right now, replay it, because my man is loud, you feel me? And wake yourself up. We ain't got all day for you, man. Get up. So he going through challenges, you feel me? He done told y'all about the artists and about the celebrities that empowered him. And look, I can tell you now, this journey is not easy. My wife can tell you, I wake up every day like yes, all right, man, and I feel like I'm always behind. She be like, you're not though. I'm like, oh, you just don't understand, bro.
It's that every day you don't feel like laughing and smiling, being, you know what I mean? Every day you ain't feeling it. So you gotta put on that, you ain't feeling it. I already know. We dead fucking tired, gotta put on this fake ass smile today. This is what you committed to. So you gotta give the people something. Once you start feeding people, they want more than you can. You gotta be consistent with them. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. If you're inconsistent with whatever it is you're doing, it's going to be inconsistent. The results are going to be inconsistent with you. So, just trying to be consistent even through them bad days. You know what I mean? So I already know.
Yeah, like you said, I gotta wake up this morning and do this. But like you said, that's that commitment. And what I realized, you said something that's very, very beneficial, was when you was ready to give up, it was always somebody hit you up on your phone or drop something on your post and be like, hey, bro, I like what you're doing. And it's like that. Every time I had that day, I'm like, maybe I didn't do so much. If people really hearing me, you know what I'm saying? And then I get that message through my phone. I get that message through my email telling me to keep going. And it's like, dang, somebody watching. I gotta keep going. You feel me? So hey, y'all keep going.
It does wonders, man. That people understand really how good that feels when you know that somebody appreciates what you're doing, man. They don't.
Facts. That's facts. So why would you say to people right now, they're listening and they're trying to find their voice, why would you say your voice was so important for people today?
Everybody's voice is important.
Yeah.
It's not even just mine. Yours is important. You got a different voice. than what I have. You know what I mean? Your thoughts and views and your voice is going to be totally different from mine and the next person. My thing is, if you feel like this is what you were supposed to do, that God put this on you to do, that you got a passion for this, you see nothing else in your future, this is going to be the main thing you're going to do, just make sure you give somebody something worthwhile. You know what I mean? Just give somebody something worthwhile. I see so much bullshit every day, and it's even frustrating because they are really getting the numbers, and I'm like, this shit is trash. This shit is trash. Like, I don't get it. So me and my team, we fight about do we conform to the bullshit, or do we still stay on this road, because this road is a lonely ass road, and you know what I mean, it's a small percentage of us out here on this road, and we stick with it because that's just not who we are. As even though if this mic and shit was not even here, that's not even who we are as just a regular day-to-day person. You see what I'm saying? So we had to stay on this road. So I would just say my voice is important because I'm giving you views from my eyesight. I see the world different. So what I'm going to give you, I'm going to take you, if you're willing to listen, if you're willing to dive in, and you know what I mean, I'm going to take you somewhere. I'm going to take you somewhere. I'm going to tell you that your social security number, your birth certificate, your social security number is a stock. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you shit like that if you don't already know that. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you, a few other things. You know what I'm saying? So if you can handle it, you come on down to Wake Up, man. We're going to wake you on up. But if you can't, you might as well go to the shade room or something and get some of that relaxation. You know, that's what we do, because you ain't going to get that over here.
He said, wake up, God damn it. If you
wake up, God
now, bro. He waking everybody up. Nah, man, I like that. Bringing your own flavor, your own fire. Like you said, everybody's voices is important. And that's why I made P.E.G podcast, let people know, like, it's people like you, it's people like me, and then we want to hear what you got to say. So you got to say it with your flavor, and you got to be unapologetic about being yourself. You know what I'm saying? When I saw Wake Up, goddammit, I was like, oh, he's woke. I said, wake up, goddammit. I said that all day so y'all can wake up on y'all.
And this seemed like that. I know I don't know how long you got. I got time, so I ain't tripping. I ain't tripping on time. We good. Just think about that. Like, if I kept my name, the Taj Longino Show, that's cool, right? But you remember that wake up slogan.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. What is going to separate you? You feel what I'm saying? What are you going to bring? That might have just been a little twitch, like 2 Chainz. His name was Titty Boy.
Yeah.
He changed it to 2 Chainz. He ain't changed his rap style. He ain't changed shit. He changed his name. Boom, out of here. So it's little tweaks like that can change everything for you.
That's true. I like that. Man, he had me up in here like, wake up, God damn it. It's 2 o'clock here at night. Like, what's wrong with you? I'll get hyped for this podcast. I like the name of it.
Yeah. And, so I like said, even with you only been in, you said you only been in a year, but it was just if I'd have listened to you and I didn't get that energy and that, I'd have been like, I don't know about this. You know what I'm saying? But when I heard it, even my team, I said, look, this is who we interview. You know what I mean? This is what I'm interviewing with. And they was like, okay, I can dig it. And my team is hard, nigga. We ain't we critics around this motherfucker, man. So, you know what I mean? Well, I was like, nah, man, I think this is gonna be dope. So I made sure I prepared my whole day just so I could sit down and do this. And so that means something. So that means you on the right track.
Thank you. That means a lot. And have your team to be like, oh, they're feeling my energy. I feel energy is transferable. And I teach my kids that. So to be able to hear that, you gave me my fire for the day to keep pushing, man. Hey, always, bro. So we know out of all the traveling, out of all the education you was doing with experience, I know you went to school to actually get more education for broadcasting. So what was the school that you went to?
I went to American Broadcasting School. American Broadcasting School is not open anymore. It's closed. And I'm gonna tell you, and I actually also explained this on the documentary as well, but I'll tell you people now, that actually came later. I didn't go to broadcasting school at first. This was all organic, original, winging it. This was not me going to school first and then doing it second. I went to school years later when Jamila the Hype magazine, if you follow Jamila, if you look her up on Instagram, it's Hype Just J. She was the one who told me, go get your paperwork. My team told me, Go get your paperwork. Go get validated for what you do. My mama and my daddy was like, I'm like, I don't want to go no. I'm not no school nigga, man. I don't do books. I don't do books, man. So like, I listen to books. I listen to audio books. I'm not a bookie. You know, that's not who I am. So I didn't want to do that shit, but I did it for everybody else. So I get that stamp. I got it. I finished. It took me about 10 months. And I tell you, the night I had to take my final exam, I was locked in the room for damn near 12 hours. I ain't lying. It was, I can't stand school. Like, this is not for me, right? So, but I got through it and I finished. So that's the whole story about the school. It wasn't me going there first, traditional. You know how people go to school first and they go shoot. Nah, I did the shit first, went later. You dig me? So people thought I had already went to school. They was listening to them. They thought I had been to school. Like, I ain't been to school. This is just how I do it. You know what I mean? But I went to school later on. This kind of for everybody, you know.
Okay. And what was something that you could say that you learned from school? I know it's a lot different when you have the experience versus the textbook. So what was something you learned?
They taught me that structure. They taught me how to say the words. Like we had to do, what they call them, rip reads. Real quick, we had to read a commercial real fast, or we had to put one together and type a news story. I learned that kind of structure.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, they was like, no, you got to say it like this. And, you know, the little words you think don't mean nothing, like they say the and all that little shit, like all that little thing. It like, you learn the structure. I learned the structure. Okay. I learned how to do it the right way. But yeah.
Did that help you after you finished school? Did it help you a lot better? Or
you want the truth?
Yeah, I want the truth.
Hell no. I mean, it would have, but I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna talk the way I talk. It is what it is. Now, to be honest, if I had to go to like a news station or something like that, or a radio station and work, yeah, I would have changed it up. But man, we on the damn internet, man.
Said no, it's my show.
yeah. But no, I'm glad I learned it, because I did learn some stuff in there. But no, I went back to this, you know.
That's what's up, bro. I like that.
Just being honest, man.
I like that.
Be honest.
No, you got to keep it real, man. I want to know, you know, if it changed your perspective or not, if it just put more experience on the books. I don't know.
It gave me the experience. Like I said, it showed me like, wow, okay, this is how you really do this. I said, cool. And all right, I'm done. Back to
my show.
Yeah, back to
That's what's up. So what are some future projects you got coming up? I know the listeners right now, they have not woke up, goddammit, by now. And y'all ain't listening. Look, y'all got to tap into my man Taj, y'all. Tap into this show, man. What are some future projects you got coming up?
Right now, we got the Wake Up line coming out. As you see, I got the hat on. I don't know if you can see the hoodie.
Gotta cop the hoodie, man.
I'm actually out of hoodies right now until September, because you know we're out of season right now. But and the particular hoodies I can't, you know, get going again until later on this year. But we got the spring or something. We got the slides coming, the t-shirts, the hats. I also have another line called Londono Collection. Londono Collection, because Longino is my last name. Londono Collection is something I put together for my family. My dad ran a security business for over 20, 30 years, and he's older now. He's slowing down. So we needed something to keep the family business going. So I came up with this, because it's something I like, you know what I mean? So I came up with this. So this is going to replace that and hopefully take it further and longer and bigger, you know. So we got the Londono Collection, and we got some pieces going to come out for that. So you can check that out. It's Londono Collection on Instagram. I'm redoing it. And the Wake Up merch, just wait. Oh, we got a new Wake Up site coming. I'm taking the site that's currently there, and we revamping that motherfucker. So be on the lookout for that shit. Outside of that, just investing, getting my investments up in crypto, getting my investments up in stock market, and just seeing what other endeavors out there I can jump into. But that's really what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, man, y'all tap into my man. He's gonna wake y'all up in the morning times or whatever time you need to be woke up. But it's time to get up and stop being lazy. Tap into him. Let everybody know your social media. They can tap into you after the podcast too. Okay.
If you go to Instagram, I know everybody's a grammar. So if you go to Instagram and type in WAKEUPGOT, G-O-T, not G-O-D, WAKEUPGOTDAMMIT. All right. And there's a link Right there in the bio that takes you to everything from the website to my other social media, my link tree. Everybody got a link tree, right? Everybody know what link tree is.
Right.
So click the link tree and it'll take you to everything, man.
Hey, yo, y'all better go tap in. If y'all don't need that coffee in the morning, but man, y'all coffee in the morning. Hey, tell you that cocoa bean coffee. Yo, get it on.
Hey, you know what? I'm great. Take that drop and try to turn it into something I can put on a cell phone or something. Hey. You know what I mean? Try something. I'm going to figure it out.
Hey, man, you should get like some phone cases that says "Wake up, God damn it!" So when everybody open their phones, they see that wake up in the morning time. So we gotta get up and get it.
Make it an alarm or something. We're gonna figure it out.
We gonna make it happen. Yo.
Yeah.
I like that. Out of the whole journey that you had up to this point, man, because you got, like you said, you got so much to learn. I know I got so much to learn. What is the most impactful thing that you have learned so far that keeps you going now?
How can I say this? What's one thing I've learned? Don't take it in this business, the entertainment business, don't take it personal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't take it personal. It ain't personal, it's business. And it's the
business.
Entertainment business at that. So if you are in this entertainment business, I don't give a fuck what your role is or whatever. If you are in this entertainment business, just know this shit, it ain't personal.
Nah.
It's a grimy ass business. This shit worse than the streets. And you gotta know that it's not personal, man. Keep going. If you really got a talent, I'll say this again. I'll say this to you, Blue enough. If you really got a talent, if you really got a gift, you know you got it. You ain't one of the people that's trash and everybody told you just won't fucking listen and you keep trying to do this shit. No, if you really got a talent and a gift and you really want to do this thing, no matter if you're a photographer, model, actor, actress, producer, rapper, singer, podcaster, whatever you're just know it ain't personal.
It ain't personal.
It's business, and don't take it personal and keep fighting. Your time will come. It may not come when you want it, but God is always on time. And never give up. And I will say this, because I didn't do this because I had kids, so I had to, I had to restructure my life. But take your risk and your chances early, because this is a young man's game. So take this shit early. If you don't got kids, you ain't got a wife or a husband or something, and you can bust your move. Move around. Go to Vegas, go to Cali, New York, LA. Go to where it's popping and get popping. Because when you get older, things slow down, things change. Your margin for error starts to get smaller and smaller. And if you got a family, it's even worse. So while you had an opportunity, do it. And I will say this. One of the things I wanted people to get out of that documentary is I'm not a killer. I'm not an ex-killer, B-boy, street nigga who got this horrific story and how I came up from the no. I'm a dude who went to work every day, okay?
Yeah.
Went to work every day, and I paid for this passion out of my pocket, okay? So every party I ever threw, every real estate property I bought, every show I ever did, podcast, website, flyer, everything you see came paid for through a J-O-B. Okay? You don't got to be a killer. You don't got to sell no dope. You don't got to do none of that shit to get it popping. I paid for this shit out of my pocket with legal money from a job. You can, if you working a job and you frustrated, just know you can do that shit too. And if you need to know how, inbox me and I'll tell you, you know what I mean, how to work your money. You know what I'm saying? But you do not gotta go risk your life and your freedom to do this shit, because you can do it with a job, because I did. And that's the one thing I want to tell people, man. You can be an average everyday Joe and turn into something big with your job. You don't gotta go do all that to get popping, man. So
no, man, that's facts. Y'all heard it from a man, Taj himself. Yeah. Y'all don't have to keep hearing me just say that y'all not alone. Now you got my man saying, "Wake up, God damn it, you're not alone." You feel me? Y'all not alone. So I inspire everybody to go out there and challenge yourselves, man. If I can do it, you see my man Taj still doing it 10 years in the game. Y'all can go make a commitment in your life too. And it's not about just doing it just to get quick money. It's honestly about your passion, what you want to be out in the world. And man, it's a blessing to even have you onto this podcast. Y'all go follow my man everywhere on social media. If y'all have not already, go follow him. Tap into the Wake Up gear, you feel me? Go get some. If you don't want none, hey man, it was a blessing, bro. And before you get off, give me a message that you're gonna leave with people, even when they get off this podcast. They're like, man, that show, after everything Todd said, he left me with that word. So give me that word.
First, before I do that, 'cause I'm thinking, I want to say thank you again. You know what I mean? I had a great time. I love doing this shit, and you were great. You know what I'm saying? So you keep doing it. You keep that energy. You keep that positivity up. Love it. I love the logo as well. You know what I mean? The
Thank you.
So,
Appreciate it. I'm gonna get you a gear, man. Get you some gear. I got you. I got
support you. I got you. Yeah. One thing, the message I want to leave people is, shit. Don't get caught up in this bullshit of thinking you have to be the certain person. Don't let social media fool you. I would tell you from experience, these motherfuckers really don't live these lifestyles. There's a small percentage of them that got money. There's a small percentage of them making moves, but the rest of these motherfuckers go to work on Monday. You just don't see it. All right. So do not get confused. You know what I mean? Some people out here really getting this bread because there's you got new innovative ways to get money, but don't get fooled by the gram.
Don't get fooled.
Stay grounded and firm in who you is. Keep your core people that truly trust. Look, this is what I give them. If the people that are around you ain't chewing your ass out every day, if they ain't pissing you off and y'all on the phone, if they ain't challenging you and pushing you and aggravated with you, and you ain't getting mad and slamming the phone down, but calling the next day, you ain't got them type of people around you, you got the wrong people around you, you're never going to make it.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of ass kissers around you who just, you're not going to make it with them. You're going to make it with the people that are on your head every single day, who challenge you, who push you, who give their time, ain't asking you for no money. They just want to see you make it. Them are the people you stay with and you stick with. Stay grounded in who you are. Never lose who you are. You know what I mean? The grace, you know what I mean? Never lose who you are, man. Knowing who you are will keep you in check. That's true. What I give you. So your circle ain't them people, I'm just saying, then you're going to have a hard time. Get you some solid motherfuckers around you, and that solid people will take you to the next level. All right? That's what I give you.
Hey, y'all heard it from a man himself. If you need some more motivation after this, look, pause it, replay it, put it on there about 3 times, and afterwards you ain't woke up by then. I'm just going to tell you to wake up, goddammit. Go tap into my man's Taj Longino show. And look, y'all need all type of motivation. He got it for you. He got the resources. I got the inspiration. I got the positivity. So if you ain't getting it from these two, I don't know what you're doing. You ain't trying to wake up and get positive, man. He gave you his social media. So go tap into it. Go get the merch. And again, if nobody told y'all today, tomorrow, and yesterday that they love y'all, look, Shar loves you from the P.E.G podcast. Taj loves you from the Taj Longino show. And look, he gonna say, wake up, God damn it, because if nobody love y'all today and tomorrow, that's okay. Y'all can say y'all hate us today and tomorrow. We still love y'all. And it's all good vibes from here. Bro, I appreciate it. We're going to tap in some more. It was great. It was amazing, man. It was a blessing. And look, y'all stay loved and keep tapping into the P.E.G podcast, y'all.
Yeah. Wake up, goddammit.
Hey.